Oh, we're finally back with some RGL Highlander Grand Finals. This time between Highlander Gaming, the collegiate team from University of California, Riverside, versus Payload Inc., your newcomer Highlander winners from last season. I am Siyo, joined here on the casting booth with Gray, and I got Dr. Underscore running the camera right behind us here. Well, actually, he's not behind me. He's just somewhere else off in the distance. I don't know how he's able to link brains with me, but whatever. We got Lakeside here as the first map, which has been coined as one of the worst maps in the TF2 competitive map pool, which I am certain to disagree with, Gray, but
that's a hot take right off the bat. Well, first of all, hello everyone. How's it going? My name is Gray, like Sayo said, and what's up? To address your hot take, though, I think Lakeside is definitely one of the more controversial maps, but
it did receive that refresh recently.
Yeah, that is very true, and I think that definitely fixed some of the issues. But I know that there's still kind of a lookout for kind of a third Koth map other than Product and Asheville. But Lakeside seems to be a general favorite from what I understand. But anyways, without further ado, would you like to quickly go down who's playing tonight?
Yes, I will gladly take over the blue side, which has the Highlander Gaming crew on Scout. We have, let me pull it up, T-Don. Soldier, we have Peppa. Pyro is Lemon. We got two ringers on the combo classes, James and Duster Dan, playing Demo and Heavy. Tansum on Engineer, Chibi Mori on Medic Sniper is Roll, Silent Tiger on your Spy class. Let's run over the Payload Inc. roster, shall we, Gray, before they get started?
Sure. For Payload, or excuse me, for Payload Inc., we got Death LMAO on Scout. We got Cream Soda on Soldier. Got Siren on Pyro. Got Monkey on Demo. Got Tuzi on Heavy. Rhythms on Engie. Luna on Medic. Boob on Sniper. And Sniggity on Spy.
Yes, and our maps for today, like I said, Lakeside is your first map, but then we got Upward and Steel. So we have all of the three Highlander game modes being played tonight in this grand finals. Before we get started, gotta do a quick shout out to our Prime and our Fourth Wall memberships. We were able to go to the recent Fireside LAN, the RGL LAN, with thanks to all of your subscriptions and your Twitch subs. So please continue to support us as we endeavor into future stuff just like that, where we took photos and media interviews and all that good stuff. Just type !Prime, !subscribe to go subscribe to those pages. But either way, channel predictions are up. We're going live just momentarily. And make sure to gamble with your points. Whoever you want to win for this first map, it'll either be Highlander Gaming or Payload Inc. And Gray, it looks like we're kicking off this grand finals. Take it away, my brother.
Here we go. Alright, immediately I want to watch these demos and just how quick they can roll out. Some demos I know even actually like to play rollouts pretty slow on Lakeside, so looks like both demos playing fast here. Good damage on both demos about half. Damage Scott's pretty low there. Ooh, look at the bathhouse push here from the side of Payload Inc.
Yeah. This is already really good control that they're taking here in Bathhouse, and the Soldier's gonna bomb in. That's Peppa gonna bomb the Sniper, so there's already a Sniper that is eliminated, and the Demo Man is just gonna walk across point because there is no Sniper to hunt down the sight line. The Soldier's gonna bomb.
Oh, look at this bomb.
Medic.
They're all
Luna
low.
is so low.
Luna goes down. That's gonna be huge. Great revolver play from the Spy there, from Silent.
They're gonna take the point, the red side, and that'll be the first cap going the way of Payload Inc. And they're going to be looking to set up this forward hold, and they're going to maintain this Uber ad. What do we want to see here out of Highlander Gaming? Outside of this Uber disadvantage situation, Gray.
Well, considering how big of an Uber dis that it is, I'm assuming they're going to be going for a sack wave, but you see with Payload Inc. holding in, with Highlander Gaming holding in house here, in Bathhouse, their medic is pretty safe, so if Highlander Gaming wants to sack on them, they'll have to do a good bomb here. But it doesn't look like they're getting a lot of space.
Yeah, this Bathhouse is the pinnacle of any hold here when you have the cap here if you are Highlander Gaming. So it's crucial that they try to hold this, as it looks like Payload Inc. have opted to wait for the Uber, but Peppa Pig is going to get ahead of the curve and go bomb behind. So they have a threat for a potential pinch here if Highlander Gaming want to go for the Uber exchange.
Oh, but you see Payload Inc. here just completely wiping. That is, they're 8 down now. 7 down, excuse me. I didn't see how their medic died, apologies. But I mean, this is a really solid hold so far from Highlander Gaming in this bathhouse.
Yeah, the heavy Duster Dan pushed aggressively through bathhouse, and the entire combo of Payload Inc. was stuck on that ramp going all the way up to the bathhouse and towards the point. So they just got sandwiched from point and bathhouse, and they just completely wiped. And it seems that Chibi just have no incentive to pop this Uber because they have never been threatened at all in this bathhouse. It's kind of been Payload Inc. feeding in one by one as we see here. They're trying to get into this bathhouse, but they just keep getting pushed out. And finally the Uber is popped out. They're going to lead it on James Highlander Gaming. And they're going to catch everybody here.
What a
bomb!
My,
it's a
Peppa Pig!
It's a buffet! Everybody's getting eaten up by the explosives on Highlander Gaming. And it's a complete wipe. They're just shut out of this round, Payload Inc.
That was such a huge bomb from Peppa Pig. I actually can't believe that. I think that was a 3K, almost a 4K, but that was at least like 800 damage within like 2 or 3 rockets total. Who actually going to get the pick onto Duster Dan there, though, and Roll actually going down as well. So now, I think if there's ever a time for Payloading to push, this is the time. As I say that, 2Z. Oh, but Kana goes down.
Oh, Chibi! Yeah, Chibi is down, so that means the heals are in favor of Payload Inc. But they need to keep their medic alive. Peppa Pig is on the flank, denied by the Pyro. The Scout is not teed on! In the waning seconds of his life, does get that kill onto Luna, which means that Payload Inc. they could have had Uber and the point, but instead they'll be having delayed spawns because they capped the point and on their sniper and medic were still on the death respawn wave.
See, Death Lamau going to be picking off Silent there, so now Highlander Gaming wanting to push with this without comms is going to be a little bit difficult for them. They're walking onto Ruins, but they have no eyes on the sniper right now, so they're going to have to risk their lives a little bit. See, it looks like they're trying to hold outside pool. We have their combo actually trying to edge the right side of point, side of Highlander Gaming. And with Roll going down, that might be a little bit more difficult. We see Duster Dan getting picked off in Ruins, and now with this this kind of overwhelming wrap, it might be hard for Payload Inc. to really capitalize. And we see Hoobler getting another pick. Highlander Gaming just want to try to edge the point, but I don't know if they can with just how much pressure Payload Inc. has from this pool.
But what they do have, though, is Chibi does have that Uber, but Chibi is very low. And he's only at 96%. The beam is not connected with anybody quite yet. But Payload Inc. are all wiping, so it doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things. I think Highlander Gaming, they should be able to take this point, given the numbers advantage that they have.
Absolutely, and with a slight Uber advantage as well, there's no way that Payload Inc. could hold that even if they wanted to.
Here we go, Highlander Gaming. They've reclaimed control of the point, and there's only less than 30 seconds left for Payload Inc. to get their asses off of their side and push into Ruins, where Tansum and Duster Dan, they're all here.
Oh, and Luna goes down.
With a headshot from Roll onto Luna. That should solidify the entirety of this round. The Uber is out for Highlander Gaming. They're going to end it on point. They haven't found any picks just yet, but everybody from Payload Inc. are separated from one another. They're staggering towards the point. And Highlander Gaming, they take advantage of all of the chaos and win their first round of the Grand Finals, Gray.
What a solid round from Highlander Gaming. I mean, their bathhouse hold for that first couple minutes was just so solid. I mean, they were consistently picking off Luna, and it was just such a struggle for Payload Inc. Now let's see if they want to bring it back. Maybe if they want to adjust their kind of the way they play the bathhouse on the mid. I think how teams play bathhouse on the mid is really going to affect how teams just do as in total on Lakeside.
Doesn't start off well for Payload Inc. They lose their sniper immediately in the SVS, and Highlander Gaming, without that sniper presence, they're going to take their combo across the point. And Peppa Pig, he's into the medic. Oh, 2 rockets gets the kill onto Luna. Peppa Pig giving their team the advantage in terms of Uber situations. All ready to start off the round. The sniper may be soon to fall as Uber's going to get backstabbed again by Silent. And this is just a complete wipe for Highlander Inc. They just need to keep deathballing around their medic, turtling up and killing the rest of the players that try to get onto Chibi. And it looks like they managed to reclaim control of the point. And they're going to take control of Bathhouse most importantly, Gray.
Of course, that Bathhouse hold is just so crucial, especially when you have all your players alive. And now, of course, with Uber advantage as well, they can just bunker their medic down in there, and it's really hard for Payload Inc. to push out unless they do a super coordinated push. What is
the way to break Bathhouse, Gray? I'm not too familiar with the Highlander specifics of breaking this Bathhouse hold.
So if their medics sitting in the kind of the corner bathhouse like they are now, you really need to send a sack to some extent from both sides at the exact same time and going through at least 2 doorways. Sometimes you can send people through all 3 doorways.
Watch Peppa! Peppa is deep! Onto the medic again! It gets away with daylight robbery! Onto Luna! They cannot keep Luna alive on the side of Payload Inc. They just keep losing Luna time and time again. And Highlander Gaming, they're going to roll with an iron fist on this ruined side. They're going to force everybody out. And once again, Payload Inc., they're looking for something to work with, but they just are not being given any space to work with.
I think if you're a Payload Inc., you really need your playmakers to come through right now, because Highlander Gaming are just playing so aggressively, and I mean, I think the only way to really counter that is to just take advantage of how out of position they are. And that's what those like spies and snipers can really do. As I say that, Lemon Castle and actually Kana is going to go down as well.
That's huge! The medic is down for Highlander Gaming, and now Payload Inc., they're going to get through this bats area. They're going to kill the demo man, single him out. James should be soon to fall here to the soldier of Cream Soda. The mini is all that's left to defend this stronghold. That is the point. And slowly but surely, Payload Inc. are getting in. But Peppa Pig has something to say, and it's going to ruin their day time and time again. Peppa Pig gets onto the medic, and once again, Highlander Gaming, they get away with the slimmest of margins. And maybe the spy will add a little bit of embarrassment. The Silent gets 2 on the points, killing the pyro and killing the sniper. Oh my goodness, this is such a travesty. Too.
Man, these pick classes, I mean, if you want to consider Peppa Pig a pick class, this has just been phenomenal from Highlander Gaming, especially Peppa Pig just making play after play. Oh, look at the stickies on oh, they did it just at the wrong time.
But Peppa Pig, oh, maybe a bit of a heat check right there. Maybe not the most optimal time, but they do single out the soldier and the medic as Duster Dan just cleans up on all of the damage that Peppa Pig created for him. Duster Dan, the ringer, coming in and dealing in a hot one onto Payload Inc. And Payload Inc., they're just struggling right now. You gotta wonder if this was really a map that they wanted to get through the map pick ban veto. And I don't think they're looking like they're comfortable on this map at all.
Let me tell you, Duster Dan is a man with a plan. I like this play from Payload Inc. here, going to the far left side, just going to try to edge the point, see how they can capitalize off this. Luna being hesitant to peek. They get the Uber out, actually, but they're not going to have too much time left on the map, and see if Luna gets out here. Peppa Pig's going to be chasing. Peppa Pig gets one. Luna's still all the way out, doesn't get out. Peppa Pig finds it again.
Peppa Pig. I think that's probably their 7th pick on the medic in the round, and I'm gonna be surprised when we look at the more.tf logs after this. Just wanting to see how much of the picks from Peppa Pig have been attributed onto the medic, as it looks like Payload Inc., they're trying to get out through their side of the map, but look at HLG, Highlander Gaming. They're gonna find this demo that wanted to go in single-handedly, and this going for the hero place is just not what you need right now. Yes, you're right. They're all going down the side of Payload Inc. before they even reach the point. And with this cap time soon to fall, this should be another round heading into halftime for Highlander Gaming. It's just the pyro, it's just the medic, and just the engineer, but they are not enough to get past this Highlander Gaming stronghold.
Wow, I'm a little bit speechless, honestly. Can we talk about Peppa?
Is it possible from the more.tf vlogs that we can see how many kills they got on the medic? Per chance, I don't actually remember.
I believe that is possible.
Okay,
go ahead and check that.
And once we do pull up those logs, the first thing that I want to point out is Peppa Pig's medic picks. I'm gonna guess off the top of my head that Peppa Pig got 7 medic picks in between those 2 rounds. That'll be my guess. Any guesses on your side, Gray, without spoiling the logs?
I just spoiled the logs for myself, but I will say you're not too far off. I don't know if that counts as a spoiler, but
that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, looking at these logs, it's pretty incredible just how much more damage is coming out of the side of Highlander Gaming, and I think that's just part of because they're playing so aggressively, and they're really kind of using that to their advantage. They're catching out Luna like very consistently. Luna actually had, I believe that's 11 deaths total on the round.
Sis? That's not a confidence booster if you're Payload Inc. And great, I feel like when a medic dies that much, it's not really just solely attributed to the medic, because you could feel, I'm not sure how important a pyro's role with the combo is, but the pyro has a lot of responsibilities. I would only assume, like, you have to spy check, you have to be ready to air blast back or reflect back soldier bombs or projectile spam. So it's more so an issue that has exacerbated into a combo issue for the Payload Inc. side, I feel like. Do you agree with me, or maybe there's something else that you see being wrong with Luna's 11 deaths?
Absolutely. I think the combo for Payload Inc. needs to do a better job of protecting as we are going into the next round here, or the next half. We'll see how Payload Inc. wants to adjust. Probably just kind of play around their medic more is what I imagine, but we'll have to see as Highlander Gaming is playing aggressive. But Hoob actually going to get the pick onto Lemon Castle as here comes the push from Highlander Gaming into Pool.
Here we go. The bathhouse blood brawl is underway, and it seems like Payload Inc. have finally taken control of it. They're going to get onto the sniper, the spy and the scout death, and Siren will be able to clean up that sniper role. The bomb behind from Cream Soda is looking for Chibi, and Chibi is alone in bathhouse, but will be able to grab that full health pack, meaning that Payload Inc., despite them getting the point, they didn't find the medic, and they definitely wanted that, but they'll take the point as a matter of fact. You take any small gains you can get, especially when you're starting a comeback like this. A Siren does get the flare gun kill onto Peppa.
Absolutely, and that's the first kind of key, is taking down Peppa. You feel so much more comfortable when you're having that playmaker out of the equation. As actually, speaking of playmakers out of the equation, we see Roll going down to Sniggity. Great pick from him onto the sniper on Ruins. And Kana actually going to go down to the trap from Monkey.
It was just spam, apparently. Wow, great. This is a tie turner for Payload Inc.
My god, I mean, yeah, if you're just getting picks after picks like this, especially on these like crucial classes, I mean, that's exactly how I want to do it. And we see this pool hold and just how effective it is.
Monkey,
I mean, as I say, that Monkey goes down to Roll.
Not the best that you can have if you are Payload Inc. for this bathhouse hold, but Sniggity going down means that there is a pick cost that is down, and Highlander Gaming do not have to worry about their backs. So Peppa Pig gonna take advantage of that. Putting on so much pressure with these rockets, does get the force out onto the medic with one clean rocket where the pyro was not looking, and this Uber is effectively demolished by that reflect of Lemon Castle, meaning that Payload Inc. they lost Luna. How did they lose Luna? They lost the T-Don on the flank.
That is so crucial, that pick onto Luna, and now I mean it's pretty much just over for them. They can try to get a pick on maybe the medic if they really want to, but I mean, Highlander Gaming just sticking together so well right now. See if they may want to go for pick. They do get the demo, so Highlander Gaming is at least going to be a little bit delayed for capping the point here. And now with Luna back up, they're going to start building, but it's going to be full disad, so we'll see how Payload Inc. wants to play this, if they may want to go for a sack, or if they think they can dry it. I mean, it might be possible here with actually 2 down now from Highlander Gaming, 3 down now for Highlander, 4 down actually, excuse me, for Highlander Gaming.
That should allow Payload Inc. to retake the point, but they do have to worry. Once these spawns are back up from Highlander Gaming, Chibi does have that Uber. So it's up to Luna, and it's up to Sabrin to negate this Uber from Highlander Gaming with the Air Blast and getting that Uber on time. But Cream Soda gets a bit too overzealous on the ruin side of Highlander Gaming, goes down. And now everybody's flooding out from Highlander Gaming, getting primed and ready to take this Uber across point. Or maybe they want to milk it, who knows? James is going to walk across this point. Oob is a threat though. Could headshot the medic here. Does not manage to hit the shot though on the Chibi. And they're just bleeding players on Highlander Gaming. They lost their heavy. They lost their engineer.
Peppa coming in for the bomb behind.
Does get on the sniper. You are right. And it's going to look to make a bigger play. But in the grand scheme of things, Highlander Gaming have retaken the point.
Connor actually goes down to Snickety.
That's not good. That's not good if you are trying to defend this point. But Payload Inc., they're going to retake this point. They're going to take their demo across, but they do have to worry about the spy playing spoiler. There's another spy in bathhouse. This Roll does get the pick onto Tuesday and gets another one onto the sniper. And Peppa Pig in the meanwhile has gotten that force onto Luna, meaning that both Ubers have been used by both sides.
Oh,
but
Luna
Roll
is
is on a roll! Gets Chibi on a 3K right now, and the difference maker for his team right now. But they won't be able to stop this point being taken, but they can inadvertently force Payload Inc. to delay their spells by capping the point, but they're just going to steal it straight from their hands.
This whole time, Payload Inc. hasn't even capped. They've lost so much time off this, despite the control they had. And I think that was all just because of Roll holding down that sightline from Bats. And now Payload Inc. down 5 players. And actually, Pep Pig coming onto Luna. Good reflect from Siren there. Keep Luna at bay. And Pep Pig actually going behind into spawn. Maybe he's playing on the enemy ruins. As here comes Payload Inc. walking up. Death Will now is going to go down to Roll.
The bathhouse control has been reinitiated by Highlander Gaming as Payload Inc. They're going to steal the point straight from their hands right in front of them. But Highlander Gaming, what they do have is a 30% add to work with. And we have a pause on the side. Well, actually, we don't know who paused, but we do have a pause right now. That is 90 seconds ahead in the future for those who don't know. So either the based on the timing of this round, this is either attack pause or attack pause. But I would say it's more likely attack pause though.
I would have to agree. My guess is that this is the beginning of the last round is probably my estimate for where the pause is coming from. It could be from either team, potentially, although my guess is it's probably coming from Payload Inc. They probably just want to talk about what they want to do here. Speaking of which, just as we are in this pause, I'm curious to see how Payload Inc. approaches the situation, because they are at slight disad with the Uber, but with maybe, there are actually a player down as well, but obviously they just need to get to point in however long, I think it's about maybe 30, 45 seconds left. So they're going to have to walk up and just take that space. And with the Uber disad, though, I really want to see how carefully they're going to be able to do that.
One thing that is very underrated from this Highlander gaming squad is that they have 2 ringers right now on the combo as we are on pause. James and Duster Dan, and they have been holding down the line for their team. And that's crucial when you have a combo that requires synergy. Demoman is mainly your main caller in Highlander terms, so James and Duster Dan filling in their role beautifully. Can they keep it up? The game is unpaused, and Oob has won the Sniper v Sniper against Roll. So that means Highlander Gaming, they don't have the sniper advantage, but they do need to try to get this point because time is dwindling on their side and they don't have any room for error anymore. This Uber is going to come out, leading on the Pyro. They will burn down Tuzi. They do find a player in the bathhouse water, but they won't get that kill. The sniper will go down to Silent. So Payload Inc. is losing the majority of their players, but Peppa Pig from the back line from Ruins gets the force onto Luna. And it's just a Pyro, but the players are
look
stuck
at
on
the
Payload
Siren
Inc.
going in! Siren!
Woo, woo, woo!
Siren gets a 3K, I'll make it a 4K.
Oh, he just needs to hit that one shot. Silent gets help from
Make it a
T-Dog, but will
5K.
finish it off himself.
My God.
Great play from Silent, but Highlander Gaming, they've lost all their players, and when you have the cap, your spawns are more delayed. Those other T-Don here to make magic happen. Only finds the sniper though. Goes down to Tuzi, and Payload Inc. They can recap this point, and now they have to hold for just 3 more seconds.
Highlander Gaming. Highlander Gaming want this bathhouse, and they're gonna take it, but they can't get to the point.
So right now, Gray, we're seeing a reoccurring pattern in this game, where I mean, despite Payload Inc. winning the round, their Ruins has been overrun by Peppa Pig a lot. But that kind of works as a double-edged sword if you're Peppa. If you take control of Ruins, you can go for the medic, which Peppa has been going for, and die doing so, and not even get the medic. So it makes you wonder if it's really worth going for the medic constantly. But Oob loses the
Look how
SPS
much committal is to bathhouse here. Apologies to cut you off, but
no worries.
Payload Inc. sending everyone.
Everybody's just getting eaten up from both sides, and even for even trade so far, but actually at the end of things, Payload Inc. is getting the better of it. It's really just the sniper and the demo to protect their medic on the side of Highlander Gaming. Payload Inc. in a few rounds have finally swung the momentum in their favor, but Highlander Gaming, they're getting their spawns. They're gonna reset. They're gonna lose. Actually, no, they're gonna get the pick onto Oob, the sniper yet again, caught out towards the left side of point, and now Duster Dan is hungry, thirsty for blood, gonna push through on his own.
From Highlander Gaming, look at this push.
The Uber has been forced out with the help of Duster Dan, but this is looking all clean so far for Highlander Gaming. They start off the round battered, but to come back swinging, Highlander Gaming, they've turned the momentum in their favor now instead of Payload Inc. Gray.
Absolutely. They're just taking so much aggression. I think aggression is where Highlander Gaming is really thriving, just knowing to push together at the same time, and they're just doing so much damage. Look at Duster Dan here on a 5K now as he pushed into Ruins.
Dreams. Buddha. I see a trap from James. And now Highlander Gaming. They lost Chibi. Wait, where did they lost
Check
Chibi
out Peppa
somewhere.
here. He's going in for the medic. Gets one rocket. Gets the second.
That is crazy, Gray. How does Peppa keep getting away with this? And Cream Soda's gonna try to answer, but is only gonna light up Chibi down to half HP.
What a bomb from Peppa. I really love the patience, too, of knowing to wait on the second rocket. That was just so well played from Peppa.
And Peppa has given their team a 1-minute lead and counting in this round for Highlander Gaming, and they've settled in that house. They've made their house here, and they're gonna kill Tuzi. James and Duster Dan are just ruling this bathhouse, and there is gonna be this fight from Sniggity, but gets spotted out by Tansum. And Everybody on Payload Inc. is collapsing. Duster Dan just only knows how to W key, and he's on a 7K. Duster Dan is just dominating this round.
He's a man with a plan. What can you say?
Duster Dan, baby, let's go.
See how Payload Inc. wants to approach us now. I mean, they're at full Uber disad. Not too much time left, just over a minute. I think if you're Payload Inc., you need to go for a quick sack, or at least do something to get just to get Highlander Inc. off. And Peppa going high, gonna find 2 rockets onto Luna, gets the 3rd one again. Luna going down. The 4th does come out from Kana, but my God.
And that just burns more time off the clock. Highlander Gaming can lose this point, and as long as they keep their medic, they can retake it right back immediately. And Chibi is going to live after getting forced there. And if Payload Inc. try to get this point, it's kind of a very huge, drastic difference between the round time. So it's going to be a huge comeback for them to mount, but I don't know if it's possible right now. They need to get on the point right now if they want to make anything happen, and they want to turn the tide in their favor.
Absolutely. Peppa going for a high bomb, gets 1 rocket onto Luna, gets a 2nd rocket, gets Luna alone. Are you kidding me?
We sound like a broken record right now, just constantly saying Peppa Pig keeps getting the medic, but it keeps happening time and time again.
Silent is on 8K2 with the revolver, and it's just pick after pick for Highlander Gaming. Payload Inc. cannot stop dying.
And ideally, Peppa Pig should never be getting away with that kind of stuff, but if you keep getting the pick, you might as well just keep overheating time and time again. Payload Inc., they'll be able to get their feet on the cap finally, but Tito! Oh, Peppa did get 2, but now has the Uber, and now is going to be looking to try to get the kill on the Luna, but everybody on Payload Inc. has fallen after the cap, meaning that 13-second spawn time is going to give Highlander Gaming their 3rd round, as now the scout will fall, and Highlander Gaming, they dominate that round off the back of Peppa Pig.
I am in disbelief at Peppa Pig, and I mean, not to say that Peppa's alone in it, because Highlander Gaming as a whole are getting such great damage. And I believe, is there one more round, or is that the half?
It's 3-1 right now, 3-1 right now, so it's going to be up to Peppa Pig to will his team to the finish line here. The SBS has kind of started off each mid so far, but Peppa Pig is thinking about getting on to the entirety of Payload Inc. and just destroying them, raining down hell from above. And Peppa Pig is just giving them the world right now, and they're taking it.
Whose mans is this?
Peppa Pig, if there was an MVP to name, I don't want to say it's early, but it's definitely not early to give Peppa Pig the MVP for this map, but they do need to close it out. There's still 3 more minutes to go right now.
Payload Inc. are going to be going through the tunnel here, just taking so much spam, and I mean, you see they're like hesitating with it, and now they lose Tuzi there, and they're going to have to back out, maybe rotate around to main. We'll see if Highlander Gaming can stop them with Roll peeking down that angle. See if Roll can find anything, as Highlander Gaming starting to walk out, but very staggered, and taking so much damage here, they just have to back up again. Oh, but
and Duster Dan, despite everybody in that middle part of the rollout area, is the last one standing, but will fall to the headshot from Oob. But, oh my goodness, Highlander Gaming, they're taking all the space in a ball kill from T-Don onto Tuzi. But, I don't know, is that enough? Payload Inc. are starting to finally roll through this ruin side, and they do kill Roll in Bathhouse. Now it's just going to be baby steps here, trying to get their way to the point, but time is dwindling, and they need to act fast.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Payload Inc., they have the momentum now, especially being with Urad, because Kana, I believe, died a little while ago. Apologies if you missed it. But Payload Inc. taking this Bathhouse very aggressively, just showing their dominance here, and now they just need to get onto the point. Here they come with the bus, walking through, but Tuzi's going to take so much damage, and Peppa gets 1 rocket, gets the 4th out.
Woo! Peppa Pig keeps doing everything for their team, but
Silent going to be chasing Luna. Actually, T-Don on Luna as well. Luna's going to be dying.
And in all of that, Payload Inc. did not cap the point. I think we're looking at the dwindling moments of this map right now, as Peppa Pig will get cleaned up by death. Finally, their reign of terror has been put to an end, but only momentarily, as T-Don is behind. Chibi gets headshot by Oop though, but T-Don will avenge, but that doesn't matter. You lost your medic, so now you're just going to be looking for #1 VIP Luna here in Bathhouse. They got to sell out if you're Highlander Gaming for this medic pick. but nobody is there to capitalize. The spy was in a prime opportunity, but could not get through the doorway on time. The cream soda's gonna
Cream
bomb.
Soda with the bomb. Yeah, it's a couple rockets. Good damage at the very least. Make a lot of space. Payload Inc. on the point now. Let's see how they want to use this space here now that they have it.
And they got 50 at to boot. They got control of Bathhouse, but Peppa Pig, high in the sky, gets juggled in the air by the sentry and has to back out towards the medium pack. So Sniggity is going to go down, lose the SVS, or Spy v Spy, not Sniper v Sniper. And Oob is going to kill Peppa. Finally, Peppa is put down again. And they have control of Bathhouse Payload Inc., but they're losing players. Staggered. And T-Don is still raining terror behind the backlines. Where's Luna? Luna is alone with just the pyro. It's just going to be up to them. And they get forced out of sheer pressure and intimidation from Highlander Gaming taking the point. And this is so disastrous if you're Highlander Gaming. Peppa Pig is going to try to put the exclamation mark. Oh my goodness. Almost got that third rocket
great
past
reflecting
Siren. Oh. Great, I got nothing else to say, brother.
Oh, well, actually, Monkey getting a ton of damage onto the medic here. Chibi getting low, but not gonna die. Getting back into Bathhouse there. The Spy tried to pressure as well. It was on Sniggity, but they couldn't find anything. And now Highlander Gaming just staying locked into this Bathhouse hold. Payload Inc. seeing if they can try to find a way to bust through.
They got 7 seconds left, and the Uber's been popped preemptively. James is gonna lead this through, but not finding any picks. Peppa Pig onto Luna, isolated alone, while the rest of their team just gets clobbered by Highlander Gaming. And clobbered they are, because 4-1 is the score. And Highlander Gaming, they start off this grand finals with an exclamation mark to move forward into what I believe is Upward. Upward is the next map, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, I have to say, just right off the bat, checking the log from that second half, Peppa Pig, 535 damage per minute.
Is that the top DPM in the server? Oh, James is the top DPM. James is second. That's second top DPM.
I beat him by for the combined logs. Yeah, you're right. James beat by 2 damage.
Oh, I was looking at the combined logs. That's why. Yeah.
Yes. For the combined logs, it was James beat Peppa by 2 damage. But even so, I would say 500 damage is. I mean, that's good for a demo, but I would say it's still like you see it fairly frequently. Whereas 500 damage per minute for a soldier, that is insane. That is something that is so rare. And especially on a map like Lakeside, where it can be really hard to lock things down on soldier, sometimes you just feel like you're trapped playing in pool too much. But Peppa did such a great job of just utilizing his mobility and just getting so many med picks, getting so much damage. It was just absolutely unquestionable MVP for that round.
It's really hard to analyze what went wrong for Lakeside for payloading, other than the fact that Peppa Pig was just a menace in the backlines, getting onto Luna time and time again. So once again, we draw the question of how can the combo, specifically Siren, adjust to protecting Luna against this Peppa Pig bomb. But I think that will not be as emphasized here, because we're now on Payload, which is not as chaotic as COD, but can still be just as chaotic when it comes down to the nail-biting exchanges on each point. But only time will tell, as we do have the channel predictions up. Go bet your points. They're on a map-by-map basis, so whoever will win Upward, go bet your points on them. And Highlander Gaming are up 1-0 in this grand finals, looking to seal it here, but they gotta get through Upward first. Gray, I don't really know too much about Upward. Like, I haven't really produced Upward in a while. I think it's been like 2 seasons since I last produced a Upward match. So I guess what are the most important points in determining a defense's hold time on this map?
Well, there's a lot of different factors. I think number one is just having your medic stay alive. That especially applies for the first few points. Number two is just your hold in general on last. Last, I would say, is for Upward is probably the hardest point of any map to push. And if a team has a good last hold, then it's just so hard for the other team to do anything. So honestly, if either of these teams could just kind of lock it down on last, I think they will be fine and get a good enough of a time that they can win the round.
That makes a lot of sense. I guess from my previous time playing Highlander, I've always found the first point to kind of be the make or break in terms of once that sack comes off, if they get the gun or if they get the force, can the offensive team, if that fails, get a really good Uber exchange and force red back to their second. And if that all else fails and they just fail time and time again, that kind of really sets the tone for how their future attack halves will be on this map. So it looks like we have Payload Inc. starting on blue, and Highlander Gaming will start on red to start off this map. One of the things that I do have to emphasize is that Payload Inc., they need a good start, and they got to stay true to their name. Their name is literally Payload Incorporated, so I'm hoping they're good on Payload. We got to put on the show here, my friends. Got to bring it to a third map. I want steel.
I would love to see some steel.
So reminder, guys, one more time. Channel predictions are up. Go bet your points. We're about to see either a dominant map from Highlander Gaming staying true to how Lakeside went, or maybe Payload Inc. They'll stay true to their name and they'll bring us to a map 3. I'm down for a barn burner of an amateur grand finals. This has been an exciting match to watch. One thing I want to do before we get started is quickly shout out our Prime subs and our memberships. Make sure to subscribe, typing ! or Prime. Use your Twitch Prime sub on us. We were able to go to Fireside Land and film some photos and take some interviews with the invite players from the Sixes community. So be sure to do so if you are willing to support us. And thank you all for tuning in. It looks like we should be getting ready to go into this map very soon. So I guess to start off with predictions, Gray, I'll go with I want to see a map 3. I want 2-1 Payload Inc.
I think I'm going to have to agree with you. I think I'll say 2-0 for Payload Inc. I think Payload Inc. it's in the name, of course. They're probably a lot more confident in just how their payload goes in general, especially if you're the kind of team that doesn't rely as much on DM and relies more on just coordination, which I think, from what I understand, Payload Inc. seems to be that kind of team. And this is their map pick as well. So Payload Inc. I definitely think are the favorites to win this map. And I would say that's all the better because I can't wait to see map 3 because that's where it really gets down to the nitty-gritty.
Now, as players are taking their bathroom breaks, I do want to quickly mention some what is it? Some weapon loadouts. So for the engineer, it's been a while, Ray. So I'm not sure because you played engineer when you played in that advanced season where you guys placed second, I believe, with Bucky's Inc. For payload, what is the normal loadout for an engineer to run? Just to provide some clarity to the viewers who are watching this and maybe don't know how important an engineer is to a payload defense.
Well, first of all, I'll have you know I got first in advanced.
Oh, you got first? I didn't know.
I did.
I thought you lost the grand finals.
I was on worst comp format with BBL. Shout out BBL. But yeah, playing Engie on Upward, typically you want to start with pretty much for any payload map, you just do a Eureka effect loadout or some variation of it. That even applies for maps like Steel. But there are definitely a bunch of different tricks and just various little tidbits you can do in terms of where you place your gun, where you place your dispenser. But typically you're just placing your gun and teleporter down at the start and running over to where you want to set up. You set down your tele exit, you set down your dispenser, then you use the Eureka effect to go back to spawn. You build up your stuff, and then you bring it back to the level 3 teleporter, and then you place down your level 3 gun. And then you can just upgrade your dispenser if you have extra time.
And after that, really, so as a combo here on Highlander game, or as the defense here, if you're starting as Highlander Gaming, what are the points you want to have the strongest holds on? I guess, obviously, first is a given, but second, third, and fourth, it can be a toss-up. I've seen teams from multiple various matches have varying time holds on each specific point, but I guess to have the strongest holds on, what would you say is maybe the hardest point to push into of the 4 on this map?
Well, like I was saying, I think last is pretty uncontested to be the hardest point on this map, and maybe of any Highlander map. It is just so choky, and because of how indoors it is and how much required coordination is needed to just be able to take all that space, I think last is pretty uncontested.
As we do have the ready up signal from both teams, so we should be going live very soon here. That really great points to be taken into, Gray, to take into consideration. Viewers, this is Upward. We're on a very traditional payload map. This is kind of one of the oldest maps in the map pool. Was preceded by Bad Water until it was taken out of the map pool. That was back in UGC, so that's an era far distant from RGL, unfortunately. So if you were looking to play Bad Water and you wanted to play some RGL, unfortunately it is not competitively viable anymore. But Upward still stands the test of time as one of the best competitive viable maps for payload. and we'll be able to see just how viable it is between these two teams, as we should be going live very soon. Once again, we have Highlander Gaming starting on red, and then we're going to have Payload Inc. starting on blue. Payload Inc. are down 1-0 in the map series right now after a devastating 4-1 loss. Can Highlander Gaming continue their momentum off the back of Peppa Pig's monstrous play on Lakeside? Can they get the medic picks? I'm not sure because it's Payload, because it's going to be a little bit more different here, but Highlander Gaming, they're looking to continue their momentum here, and we are finally live into the second map. Upward.
Here we go. I am so excited for this. I'm really curious to see, especially in amateur. I mean, these, they're in, of these teams are in grand finals for a reason. So I don't think it's fair to consider it just amateur. These are both teams that could easily play in IM, or even like low main kind of level. I think that's kind of where amateur grand finalists stand at in terms of skill level. And
oh no, definitely.
Yeah. I'm curious to see just kind of how they want to play these sack waves, because it can really vary from division to division, or even just team to team. Some teams like to do the heavy with the manwich and just rush them through. Some teams like to have, I've seen flog pyro before. I've seen teams that have their spy go for the telly. I've seen teams that have their spy go for the sentry. There's just so much variation how you want to play this, so just kind of depends on how coordinated and how confident they feel in their approach.
Is base jumper banned?
Base jumper's not banned.
Okay, but we do have Tozy. Ate the sandwich. Or Toozy, sorry. With the sandwich out. With the fist of steel, yeah, it's Toozy. And, I was just trying to get forward, but just wasn't able to find any space. But will settle for the ramp side here on the attack side. But Sniggity, already starting off with a bang, gets the pick onto the demo and the pyro and saps the gun. Oh my goodness,
Gun's
what a
gonna die
disaster start
too.
for Highlander Gaming's defense here, Gray. But they
that
find
is
a lot
just
of
what I meant
picks.
with the coordination. Ooh, actually, just take a look at Silent really here, over here on the rock. And be decloaking.
My goodness!
Oh, doesn't find it. Oh,
what a timely rocket from Cream Soda! I don't know if that's wall hacks or not. I don't know where they got the notion to spam that rocket, but they find Silent, so that's your info drone down.
if I saw that correctly, I believe Silent may have accidentally decloaked, or at least decloaked a little too early, and now Payload Inc. taking great control of Playground here. They're going to take the Uber in. Uber's going to be a little bit worse. Payload Inc. are overcommitting to this a little bit, or at least going to have very far in positioning. Look at Luna. They're caught out so far. Luna's get pushed off the cliff, but gets headshot first.
Oh no! The battalion's back up. The secondary Uber is popped out by Peppa. And it's quelled the forces of Payload Inc. back towards their spawn doors. And Highlander Gaming, they have a breath to breathe. They're set up once again. And this gun is getting set up. It's at level 2 now from Tansum. And all that work that they started off with, Payload Inc. has been reverted. They need to do it all over again.
Well, let's see how they want to approach this. Sniggity going to be getting the cart at least tapped and going forward a little bit. I think if you're Payload Inc., I mean, you want to just play this to get picks as best you can. And speaking of which, this is a very good start with killing Dusterdan, as look at Cream Soda on the playground getting a ton of damage. And actually, there's going to be Monkey on the playground as well, just getting so much damage. And the cart's getting closer and closer. Highlander Inc. are so pressured right now.
And they're going to call the retreat. They're going to fall back to Cliff, set up back on second. And the only one left here is an invisible Silent here on playground. As Payload Inc., they start to march forward. 2 minutes to start off is not what you want. But it's a... Oh, here's the sack. You're right. They're trying to get on the Chibi. Chibi is burning, but will be able to live.
So that's a very common thing in Highlander, especially on second. As soon as you cap first on upward, you go for a sack. Is kind of what is the modern meta kind of nowadays.
Oh, so that's a normal sack to run. I thought it was just like some all-timing sack. Like Cream Soda sack onto the medic and gets the drop, hits the wall shot on the Chibi, and Payload Inc. They found a breath of life here, and they're gonna Uber their way in.
Peppa did get the force off. Peppa's hiding in apartments. Gonna be seeing if they can get anything. Looks like Peppa dropping down on the cart now. Gonna get damage onto Luna. Luna gets pretty low, but the air blast.
Great play by Siren. I don't know how to pronounce her name, honestly, sorry. But it flex Peppa. And Peppa will not be able to spoil the party, as they will continue their momentum Payload into third here. And they get the demo!
Oh! Yeah, both the explosive class is going to be down for Highlander Gaming. I think if you're Payload Inc., this is exactly how you want it to be, especially with only 3 minutes off the clock. That's really not that bad.
And Tuzi gets a kill and is going through Dirt House here. It does try to get trick stabbed by Silent, but Silent beats the trick stab, unfortunately. And Silent is going in for round 2, maybe, as Tuzi is preoccupied with spamming down the defenses here. Is slowly dismantling, I guess, a dispenser. I guess that's a good pick. But Roll is going to get a pick onto the engineer, trying to push the cart, and is on a roll. Gets a sniper, and is looking for the scout hiding behind this cart, praying on his dear life that he doesn't get shot straight in the head, as Tuzi just keeps applying this pressure.
I'm so impressed by Death Lamau there, just knowing that he got it so far, but just had to get off, and that was it. And here comes the Uber exchange, actually. Let's look at this. Ooh, look at the air blast. They're going to be kind of pushing each other back and forth. Soldier gets knocked off. Roll with a crazy shot into Monkey, and then sticks! Are you kidding me? James gets the 2K. And now that is a complete wipe for Payload.
James, off of the respawn, just pushes forward against the exchange and gives his team a chance to set back up on third. Now this gun is in a pretty exposed spot though. Could go down very quickly, assuming it's unattended, but Sniggity gonna kill the scout on the flank towards Shithouse and is gonna look to strike again, but it has to get this time on the cart. They need to put some pressure here or else it's gonna roll back. As Silent gets the kill onto the engineer Rhythms and is still here in the back lines on set towards the second forward spawn. Now the soldier is gonna try to pressure.
Sniggity, look at Sniggity getting the cart up the hill.
He got it up. You're right. And now it's not going to roll back. They're going to have to try to force it out, Highlander Gaming. They need to force this cart to roll back, but I'm not sure if they can do it, Gray.
They're getting so much cart time, and yeah, they're just going to have to back out as here comes the cart over the point, and the sentry's going to go down as well. Highlander Gaming now going to be down 2 as they're backing up. I'm really curious to see how Highlander Gaming want to hold this last, as actually Roll goes down. Great shot from Hoob. Highlander Gaming looks like they're going to be setting up in the tiles hold. Very interesting.
Tiles hold has been set up with Duster Dan, James, and Chibi holding down the fort as Payload Inc. Oob gets a forward shot towards the last point. He gets a kill onto the Pyro. I'm not sure that's going to be enough, though, as Sniggity is looking for the right time to strike. Gets on the Duster Dan, gets the medic! Sniggity! Looking for the demo with the help of Tuzi. They wipe out the entirety of the combo of Highlander Gaming.
What a great play from Sniggity that single-handedly gets them. And now all Payload Inc. needs to do is spam the gun here, and they can take all the space. But actually, Sniggity comes in again, just gets the sap, gets the sniper. Here comes the bomb from Cream Soda, so much damage. And now only a few players up for Highlander Gaming. Let's see if they can do anything. They are getting a lot of damage. Here comes the Tuzi, not gonna be able to get anything yet. Highlander Gaming still in this. Soda gets in.
He gets the kill.
Are you kidding
me? No way, Gray. Oh.
That was insane. And actually, Hoob now going to be going down. Silent going to be trading, though. As the card is very close, I think if you're Payload Inc., you just want to... I mean, it seems like they're just wanting to pressure from the main area here. Getting shot a little bit by the gun. Roll gets a great shot onto Cream Soda. Still putting lots of pressure up. Highlander Gaming are going to be down Peppa Pig, which is one of, as we saw in Lakeside, was one of their best players. So, see how they want to approach this here.
Here we go. Payload Inc. They've tried time and time again to get this cart up the hill, but they just haven't been able to manage to do so. Hana is gonna get that Uber going, but Luna has a significant advantage. They do want to act upon Payload Inc. as they're going in to the upper area. They're gonna take it through tiles here, leading onto the demo, and the Heavy, who unfortunately drops down, but uses the Fist of Steel to get time on the cart, preventing it from rolling back. But Roll is gonna get the pick on the Tuzi, falling back, and kills the sniper in the SVS. But the Uber is gonna come out from Payload Inc. They're gonna do it from the lower area. Creamson are gonna bomb up, kill James, maybe. No, the Uber has faded, but they've taken it so far, but they haven't found any picks. Payload Inc. They're looking for picks to find, but instead they're the ones getting picks. Sure, Sniggity is going to get a kill on Duster Dan, but in the grand scheme of things, Highlander Gaming are coming out trade for trade on top. But Cream Soda is holding down this upper spawn door and will go down, but not before trading with somebody.
T-Don has just been a menace, lurking in under and going into tiles, killed the sniper, and I mean, if you're Payload Inc., I think those Ubers are pretty solid. You're getting the gun at the very least and getting a few picks. You get the soldier onto balcony, which is, I mean, that's really great to see from Payload Inc., but they're just not quite able to finish it off.
Here we go. Payload Inc. There are times to charm, maybe, just maybe. And they're going to start it off with a pick on a T-Don. But that's not enough. Because
Duster Dan
has his Uber. Duster Dan going down is huge. Just like you said, and everybody is falling on Highlander Gaming. Their last hope is this Uber, but the sniper and the engineer will get a pick a piece onto the flank of Payload Inc. And that's good to stop time on the cart, because the cart, great, it's falling back, it's moving back. Nobody has touched it just yet until the demo has.
Yeah, Monkey actually got I believe that was Luna that did an arrow, or actually that might have been the health kit, but actually the Uber comes out now from Highlander Gaming, and I think, oh, T-Don gets disconnected and gets dropped. Peppa now going down as well. Unless Roll can get a great pick here, I think this is it for them. And as I say it, Roll gets a pick onto the sniper, and with the gun up as well. Oh, here comes the Uber coming out. Great denial.
Oh, but still there isn't enough. Monkey is going to catch that medic trying to fly in the air, and while that happens, the cart was pushed up by the Fist of Steel Heavy. Or I think it was a scout, actually, that got the cap. And an 8:54 payload time on Upward. Commendable. But that's still a huge mountain to climb to try to defend for that long, Gray. Especially when you're mapped down. The pressure's against you right now. It's not just the time that we're looking at. It's also the psychological and the mental factor for Payload Inc. They're down a map. And they're going to be very cautious with all the risks that they want to take right now.
Absolutely. I mean, I think if you're Payload Inc., you're pretty happy with that, and if you're Highlander Gaming, you're also relatively happy with that. I think both teams can be satisfied that they had solid holds, solid pushes, but I mean, if you're now for Highlander Gaming, they know that, okay, we got 9 minutes, we just got to be very careful, play it smart, play it safe, but they cannot afford to lose key players. And if Payload Inc. are just able to hold on and coordinate and watch the same things at the same time, I think they'll be fine.
We're going to be looking on the battalion's backup, a very tried and true unlock to have on the defense on Cream Soda. I think Peppa Pig was also rocking it on the first point of the last time. So here we go. We're about to start this attack half from Highlander Gaming. Can they get the first round here on Upward? They're going to need to cap in less than 8 minutes and 54. So it's going to have to start off with a headshot just
That's
like
a great
that
start.
onto Hoop. The SBS has been won.
Comes Monkey bombing in, getting good damage. Here comes the play on, oh, look at Tuzi getting 2 kills there on Playground, and Cream Soda finding actually, that was a 3K from Cream Soda. So much damage, and that's what I mean about watching the same place at the same time. When you're just, I mean, when you just have 2 people putting damage in the same area, it's just so hard to deal with.
Definitely is hard to deal with, and when you have a heavy and anti-air turret there on Playground, it's definitely hard to get your bearings on there. But here we go. There is some momentum here towards this mound here from
Spy
James.
with the decloak.
And here we go. The Spy with the decloak is not able to get anything. Lemon Castle is able to stop that Spy threat, and the Uber changes out. James leading the charge, but getting reflected by this Pyro. But Payload Inc., they're dropping like flies. They got to head back, run for the hills, but they're not able to do so. Tuesday is going to get caught. So will Siren. The Pyro and Heavy go down a piece. And Highlander Gaming, they're going to keep rolling their way here through this hilltop on to second.
Look at the aggression from Peppa Pig and Monkey. Love to see it, and here comes the decloak actually, or not quite from Silent, but Highlander Gaming doing a great job taking space on the hill here, gonna get that space for Roll to get the pick onto Hoob. I think that's the 3rd or 4th SVS that Hoob has won just in this, or excuse me, that Roll has won against Hoob in this round. Here comes Dustin peeking out, and the high bomb comes in for Peppa.
Just baited by the presence of the medic, but that gives enough space for everybody else on Highlander Gaming to collapse onto Payload Inc. And second has been taken by Highlander Gaming, and it's so fast too. Peppa Pig once more. Oh my goodness! What a rollout! The flies onto
Peppa gets it.
Oh, some stun points onto Luna. Peppa Pig, you're kidding me?
What the fuck? Excuse my language, but holy shit!
That was crazy. You'll die a martyr for the cause, Peppa Pig. You get the medic. Sure, you die, but you've given your team full Uber advantage to keep making on time a record pace on Upward as attack half as they look to take this Uber here through the Bats area. They're going to lead on the Demo Man, but the Demo Man gets juggled in the air. That is James. And oh no! Shot off the cliff to his demise, and Highlander Gaming, maybe they got a bit too ahead of themselves with that Uber, as now they've given Payload Inc. a time to set up on 3rd. They had all the momentum, but maybe they just rushed things too much.
Roll playing super aggro in Shithouse, gonna be found out by Death Lamau, and Death Lamau actually doing a great job just trying to stop the cart. Gonna be getting a little overzealous though, as they are gonna get picked off. And now we'll see if Payload Inc. can maybe try to hold this, but they're gonna need to focus the cart a little more. They're getting a lot of free cart time on the side of Highlander Gaming.
Handsome is looking to get that cart up the second hill, and does manage to do so. Oh no!
Doesn't quite get it.
I ate my words. But now the scout is going to try to pick
Oh,
up
what a
where
reflect.
Hanson left off. The reflect is on the cream soda, but the scout in the meantime has gone in that payload up the second hill. Now it's only up to one more, but right now Highlander Gaming, they're taken with a storm. They're going to try to get onto the medic, but Peppa Pig is unsuccessful.
Let's wait. Oh! Sniggity gets behind, gets onto the medic.
You're
what
right.
a great play from Sniggity.
Payload Inc., they're going to be able to set up, and while they had a disastrous second hold, Gray, they're able to finally regain their footing on third here, and they should have Uber at to boot. Getting that pick on the counter was important if you're Sniggity.
Absolutely, and now they're going to have full Uber at it. Highlander Gaming, they have several ways to approach this, but it's not going to be easy with just about 5 minutes left on the clock. If you're just tuning in, by the way, it's Amateur Grand Finals. Welcome. Highlander Gaming is currently up one map, and this is the first round of Upward, as Highlander Gaming is going to be trying to maybe get a bit of space here. Sniggity going to be going in, not getting anything as the Pyro gets to now, but the cart time is so good from Payload Inc. From Highlander Gaming, and Payload Inc. probably just gonna have to back out here with how much cart time.
Oh, the spy though from Silent tried to get onto the medic. Oh, gets reflected, but did finally kill onto the sniper. But in the meanwhile, off of that, Payload Inc., they're gonna have to go for a gargantuan last hold here. They need 4 minutes and 30 on this last hold as they set up in tiles.
See, ooh, I believe that's Lemon that's in very aggro, just trying to stop this tiles hold from getting started. As, oh, James actually getting a ton of damage. Here comes the Uber. Ubers are even now, though, so with this exchange, it looks like it's going to be at the disadvantage of Payload Inc. with only 2 players up in the tiles. It's Highlander Gaming getting more and more space.
Tuzi from behind, though, going up the stairwell, finds the devil with the medic. That's Gakana. We'll be able to, we'll each try to find James. They do. James was on 5 HP, but got cleaned up by the Pyro. A huge flank from Tuzi gives his team time to reset here on this tiles hold.
Absolutely, that's a game-winning play from Tuzi, getting that tiles hold nice and solidified, and now Tuzi getting gets one, gets two.
Oh, completely demolishes everybody in lower. Great play by Tuzi on an 8K right now.
Highlander Gaming looking like they're sweating a little. They do have plenty of time. Take a look at Sniggity. It gets the medic, Sniggity.
Again. That is insane plays coming out from the spy and the heavy of Payload Inc. But is it enough? They still got 3 minutes and 20 to hold this last point. It's such a long road ahead of them, but they are starting off very well for themselves. I don't know, though. Is that enough? We'll have to see in the next 3 minutes.
For sure, I think Highlander Gaming just needs to play this smart. I mean, they're at disadvantage here. They're going to send a sack in and they get the medic!
Peppa Pig! Oh no, that was actually Peppa Pig assisted by James. Getting the kill onto Luna, and all the work that they gave the Heavy and the Spy has been all amounted to nothing. This Roll is now fighting in tiles, gets a headshot on the Heavy. Gets the pick onto the Heavy, finishes them up. And trying to kill his Pyro too, with the melee!
Oh.
With his dying breath! Melee's down Siren with the machete. And Highlander Gaming, they're going to take this point. Maybe Sniggity is going to try to stop that though, gets a kill on the Duster Dan. But I don't know, that's not enough I think, if you're Payload Inc. Gray.
Absolutely. You see Cream Soda coming with the battalions from beneath. Going to be getting a ton of damage in from behind. Gets so much damage. Not going to find any kills, though, as he is going to go down to the gun. And now with Highlander Inc. getting so much space on the cart, there's not much that can be done from Payload Inc. See if they want to try to hold it. Sniggity going down, Death going down as well. Gun is still going to be alive, but that's just about it, as the Payload is going to be tipping over into the pit, and Highlander Gaming will be taking round 1 of Upward.
Peppa Pig, the unsung hero of the last map, comes in with a crucial play coordinated with James, the Ringer Demo Man. And Highlander Gaming, a very dominant attack half, despite that little hiccup there on third there, with that misplay of an Uber, but it's just a small blemish in their route to this Grand Finals victory here in RGL Season 18 Highlander Grand Finals. And I don't have the logs just yet, but I can only imagine the amount of impact Roll had on this map.
For sure, I mean, it's Upward, it's just like the long sniper sight line map. I am pretty confident that there's going to be a lot of damage there.
Well, we do have the logs. I will post them here, as I am not wrong. Roll and Oob both doing well as the respective snipers of each team, but Roll far and beyond the rest of the server with 28 kills, 11 deaths, 510 DPM, the only one to break the 500 DPM barrier. The Highlander Gaming sniper is now taking the spotlight away from Peppa Pig on this map, and only rightfully so. As you said, great. Sniper on Upward, that's a playground for them to work with.
Absolutely. And it's really interesting watching different snipers on Upward because so many different snipers have different play styles. If we're comparing the accuracy of these snipers, both of them are pretty high, with Roll at 49%, which I would say is already above average, and Oob is at 58% accuracy, which is just crazy. I know some snipers are consistently getting like 500, 600 DPM in games, and yet they're landing like 35 accuracy. So it's really just a matter of playstyle, and I think with how aggressive Roll's playstyle is, even if they're missing a few more shots, I think it's just creating such an impact with how aggressive they are. And that's just giving so much space for Payload Inc.
If you're Payload Inc.
Or excuse me, for Highlander Gaming.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, so if you're Payload Inc., you're wondering, you were so close, yet there's always one small hero play from Highlander Gaming that exacerbates your hold into a disaster, and once again, we saw there from Peppa Pig and James. So, if you're Payload Inc., it was definitely a better result than what happened and transpired on Lakeside. You just got to take those small steps and try to mount now this essentially a reverse sweep of a comeback here, because they got to win cleanly from here on out to secure the third map. And it's going to be hard if they're going to make mistakes like that time and time again.
Certainly going to be an uphill battle, but it's not over yet. I've been in this exact situation, and I've been on the side of Highlander Gaming. I've been, you're up around, and then suddenly things start to fall apart. I mean, the thing is with just, especially with grand finals in general, is it's playoffs in general. The factor that really starts to come out that you can't see in the regular season is fatigue. These teams start to get really tired, and especially for players that maybe are on the East Coast, can't be staying up as late for whatever reason. Maybe they have work in the morning or what have you, but fatigue really starts to set in for a lot of players. And meanwhile, some players, they thrive playing for just hours upon hours. So I think it's kind of an unseen factor in the regular season that really just shines, especially in playoffs. So I'm curious to see how much that will impact going forward.
Only time will tell, as we are soon to start the second half between Highlander Gaming and Payload Inc. on Upward. For those who were not here for the first map, it was a dominant showing from Highlander Gaming on their map pick, which was Lakeside. They won that 4-1 off the back of 9 med picks from Peppa Pig and a lot of forces too to boot. That won't be shown on the logs, unfortunately, but sometimes as a soldier, impact is not shown in the logs, and this is one of those very prime examples. So, for Highlander Gaming, they got one more round before they can crown themselves the amateur champions, but we can't get ahead of yourselves if you're Highlander Gaming. They got one more round to go. That's all it takes. But it's a long road ahead of them. It seems like it's a short road, but now the psychological aspect of this is going to play into their gameplay.
Absolutely. It could be so close, but it could be so far, just depending on how smart these teams play.
This time to start, Payload Inc. They're going to start on their defense. Highlander Gaming is going to be on offense.
Something very interesting that I noticed from the last round is both teams were electing to do the tiles hold, which is very common from what I understand, in lower divs. But as you start to get into like main advanced invite, teams just forego the tile hold entirely and just do the pub hold on last.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually did not know that. That's a really nice tad bit of information to have, as we have 20 seconds currently left in setup time. For the default hold, the sentry is on towards the start of the cliff ramp. We got Spencer towards playground. Heavy gonna probably play towards playground too. And we got the battalions back up on cream soda. So Payload Inc., you got the basics down. Now it's time to execute. This is your time to shine if you want to make a comeback and you want to bring it to the third round of Upward. But it starts here. Here we go. But that isn't a good start. You lost your demo man right off the boot. But at least you get the heavy. But remember, on attack, Payload, your spawns are much faster than the defense.
Looks like Silent gonna be trying to go for the gun, gets air blasted away from the sap. You're gonna be caught as the sack, or excuse me, the Uber actually comes in from James right away, getting a lot of damage on the gun. They're gonna just be very forward, actually backing up now a little bit for the post Uber. Peppa Pig getting a ton of damage onto Tuzi on playground there. And now Highlander Gaming, I like this post Uber a lot more, just playing it a little more passively, as they're getting tons of damage here from the cart. Actually, Conan's gonna be going down though.
Monkey did go down.
That is who going to be getting the shot onto the Kana. And now it's a disaster almost for both teams, as both teams are just losing so many players, but Duster Dan getting so much damage on the cart. The level 2 is going to save the day, and now Payload Inc. maybe not feeling so sure about this. They are going to be crossing away and backing out of first. Smart decision from Payload Inc. here, just to back off, say, hey, we got decent time on this. We have Uber advantage. We're just going to chill.
This time they'll be set up. Oh, wait, no, Monkey is in a dangerous sightline here, trying to crab walk away from the sniper, but no! Pig is playing spoiler. Can I kill the medic and the Devil Man? Oh my goodness, they can't catch a break on the combo of Payload Inc. And I think we're gonna see a replay of what happened last half. They're gonna just roll their way through second Highlander game in.
Absolutely. I think Peppa, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Peppa came around from the super far side of cliff there and just bombed in.
You're right.
Jesus Christ. I think Spy getting a little bit caught there.
It should be like a 2 minute and 13 between 2 points.
Peppa gonna be trying to go for it again.
Though.
Let's get the count. Peppa gets one. Doesn't get the second rocket. Great try from Peppa. Almost got the clip yet again, but the protection going to be a little bit better as Deathful now picks up the kill. Highlander Gaming, see how they want to take it. Uber comes in.
And they're going to be very aggressive with it, but will they make the same mistake as they did last half? They got ahead of themselves before the rest of the team could follow up with them, and it seems like that will be the case again for Highlander Gaming. But Kana is able to surf away, living on a sliver of health. Will need the sandwich from the heavy and does manage to get it. So Highlander Gaming, they have a chance to reset, and in the meantime, they found picks onto the majority of the Payload Inc. players, but not the crucial players, the medic, the engineer, or the demo man. But it's enough to get this card up the hill, and they're going to take third in record time here. We're on for record pace here. We can see a 4 to 5 minute time here on the attack half of Highlander Gaming.
Absolutely. I'm almost a little surprised that Payload Inc. didn't want to try to for any sort of regress there. I think, again, that's maybe just a more of a common thing in higher divs that teams try to regress through track, especially when the cart time is really poor. But if they just want to play it safe, I think that's totally okay too, even in the highest div. It's just how they prefer to play, and just whatever your team's comfortable with, that's what works best for you.
And T-Don gonna catch Snickety, trying to catch a timing in Shithouse, and will taunt to put a little BM in there, and that's really great to have. Just ruin the mental of Payload Inc. any way you can right now, because they're already down and out, and it's not gonna help when you get a force like Peppa Pig just did right there in tiles. Oh my goodness, Peppa Pig, this is crazy, man. This is crazy what we're seeing from Peppa Pig. This is peak soldier gameplay.
Absolutely. Peppa's just been going crazy. That's one of the problems that I think a lot of teams have with the tile hold in upper div, is that it's just too easy to sack into. And that's exactly what we saw there. Peppa Pig is doing a great job of just utilizing that under spot to just jump in and get the 2 rockets on the medic.
Now it matters how Highlander Gaming can capitalize on their Uber advantage. They're going to go through the stairwell, go through lower, they're going to take it up the other side. But Spy won't be able to play and backs up the medic. So the Uber's going to come in, and Duster, Dan, and James, they're cleaning house. They're fighting everybody. Peppa Pig towards the red spawn door has found 2, as a matter of fact. And the Uber has allowed Highlander Gaming to take advantageous positioning. But they lost Duster, Dan, and they lost T-Don and all of that. So I don't know how long they can hold this tiles area for.
Luna is actually going to be caught under with the battalions going on to Cream Soda there. Let's see how they want to play this. They're going to be taking battalions Uber, just stopping the card, it looks like. Cream Soda is going to be getting into tiles. Cream Soda gets 1 rocket, gets reflected though, and Cream Soda not going to be able to do anything else, as they're going to be living in tiles for the side of Highlander Gaming, getting good spam on the gun as it goes down by Peppa Pig yet again.
And Luna running for the...
Oh, look at Tuzi!
Picked by James, but Tuzi, like you said, kills the combo, kills the medic and the sniper, and Tuzi will die on the cart. But I don't know if it's enough right now. The spawns need to get out here for Payload Inc., and they're gonna stop the cart just in the nick of time before it rolls up that hill into the pit, and they should be able to hold for just another minute. As now Highlander Gaming, they're gonna try to wait for the staggered spawns to come back up as Hoop gets the kill on the Peppa Pig. Oh, but Cream Soda! Oh my goodness! Comes in from the back line, up the stairs, onto James and Kana, and will add a finishing kill on a Tansum, and has the conch now online, gonna pop it for themselves here, and give his team the health buff with the conch now being activated.
I really love Cream Soda on the black box here. It's just such a powerful weapon, especially on this last point when you're holding Clock Room. They are going to go down though, as I think they just couldn't handle the pain, the pressure from Highlander Gaming, putting the pain in on him with Duster Dan and Peppa Pig. And roll is going to go down, so not going to have the sniper for this push. It's going to be a little bit detrimental for the side of Highlander Gaming.
If they could find the pick on a Monkey who makes it to the Swan Doors on 12 HP. My goodness. But now the focus onto the strangled gun is not enough from Highlander Gaming. They need to have a coordinated effort, but it's really just Peppa Pig and the heavy shooting from afar in tiles, and they will have to abandon that endeavor. Now, here we go. Cream Soda is going to flank behind, trying to get onto the Pyro as Hoob and Rhythm to get a kill onto the Sniper and Soldier. Cream Soda will have to fall back, getting lit up like a Christmas tree, but that health box with the conch will allow him to regen slowly, but goes down to T-Don. Now Death is going to get behind, going to jump through into the flank. Is looking for timing onto the scout. Not going to find the scout though. Yeah. Hoob goes down. Hoob gets the kill onto Duster Dan, but Pyro is traded out by Roll's headshot.
Looks like Sniggity maybe going to be trying to go for something, as I think the Uber's going to be coming out here. Yes, it does. James going to be jumping onto balcony. I like this play from James. Going to be getting lots of damage. Here comes the Uber now from Payload Inc. Hoob getting another kill into Duster Dan.
Sniggity stops the cart as the Pyro will look to burn up everything that's left. Oh, but the scout! Tinkerman could play! Oh my goodness! By the slimmest of margins, they stopped the cart from getting up that little hill into the pit. And Payload Inc., they can be counting their lucky stars that they denied that cat from T-Don.
You know for a fact that everyone on Payload Inc. had a heart attack there.
No, I was having a heart attack just casting that. As we do see Sniggity getting the kill onto the sniper, but that's a very...
Oh, Luna!
Silent! Getting the kill into Luna as they were holding that lower area below the sentry spot. And I think Highlander Gaming, that should be enough to get them over the ledge.
Just pick after pick. Hoob now on a 10k, going to be getting a lot of damage. Here comes the Pyro going to be coming in. Still decent damage, but I don't know if it's enough. Not enough players on the side of Payload Inc., and the cart is going to go over for Highlander Gaming. Is a time up, I believe, it's about 8:50.
7:40.
7:40, excuse me.
That's good.
I'm sorry, I'm still learning how to read numbers.
No, it's fine. With the way everything started and transpired for Payload Inc., you take that 7:40. That was a good last hold to make up for what was a disastrous first, second, and third hold.
Absolutely. I mean, what I tell you about that last hold is just once you're able to bunker down on it, you can just get so many minutes off the clock.
Woo-hoo. We have a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Payload Inc., they're not going down without a fight, and they're not going to go out of this grand finals without a round win. They want to at least bring this to a third round. They want to at least bring it to a map 3. And the road starts here. They had a struggling attack half though on the first round. That was I think they finished with an 842 attack half, or like an 840 to 850, somewhere around that line. So they'll be looking to do better than that, because now they have to go a minute and 20 faster with a 740 time to beat.
Absolutely, it's gonna be a really, I mean, it's doable, but at the same time, it's tough. It's like just at that margin where it's like, they could do it. But I mean, knowing Payload Inc., I've seen how they play before. They just have so much momentum when they do get it going. And speaking of which, T-Don immediately going to be going down. And we're going to be looking at Peppa here. Going to be hiding, actually. Look at Peppa. Oh, gets backstab!
No, Peppa Pig! The pig has been slaughtered, unfortunately, as they're sending the crit sandwich, the buffalo steak. They're gonna send Monkey with a spy gun, with the spy stabbing the sentry. It's not enough to get the gun down, despite Payload Inc.'s efforts. Oh no!
And I love that. I just want to say I love that patience from Kana, with the soldier right in their face and saying, "I don't have to use because I trust my team." That is such great effort from Kana.
Yeah, Kana maintaining that Uber allows him to hold first for just a little longer, and already a minute has been gone from Payload Inc.'s chances. Their dreams and hopes in this Highlander Grand Finals is left up to these next 6 minutes and 40. They're going to try to get on the playground again, but what awaits them is the gun of Duster Dan, and he's going to mow him down with the help of Peppa Pig. And the sniper might go down here too. Silent. No, Silent is going to beef that stab. Dies to the scout. And Payload Inc., they lost their sniper just in the nick of time here as Roll kills Hoob. And I don't think that's the time that they wanted to lose their sniper, because they still want to get this gun down. And they're having a trouble here trying to get this gun down and this first hold.
They are going to get the pick onto Peppa, which is going to be a great start at the very least. But Roll just holding it down from Playground here, and Duster Dan staying right behind him. No nonsense from those two. Here comes the bomb in from Cream Soda. Going to be just fading a little bit. Looks like Spot's gonna come around for the snap, but the snap from Silent gets 2.
He got the gun though. He got the engineer with the backstab, meaning no power check on the pyro. Should be having the gun go down, but Luna, like you said, great. Going down allows Highlander Gaming to maybe potentially reset. I don't know. Maybe they want to concede first and just play it safe on second.
I mean, from the looks of things here, it looks like they still want to be holding it, especially with that teleporter, which is essentially doubling their respawn time.
Engineer is going to teleport back onto first. Going to get that level 1 up. Highlander going to go down. Shouldn't hinder their chances of holding first again. But Highlander Gaming are already playing towards the hills. They're playing 50-50. They kind of want to stay committed. They kind of don't. They're going to commit with the demo and the medic, but they're both down to half HP apiece. And slowly Payload Inc. are finally getting their cart onto first. But oh no, Highlander Gaming are still set up here. The gun is down, but everybody
Tozy
is
getting
here
a
to
lot
take
of
the
cart
fight.
time though. He gets it! Excuse me, Tozy with the cart time with the fist of steel there. That was great.
But they got 4 minutes and 15 to work with. Great. This is crunch time if you're Payload Inc. Pedal to the metal. They got the gun. I mean, they got the teleporter. But wait,
Look,
Lemon
Lemon's
Castle.
behind. Finally dies.
Oh, Lemon Castle took the TP. That was why they were behind. I was like, what?
Here comes
Sniggity.
the decloak from Sniggity.
Got
Gonna be
the
getting the
sniper.
pick onto roll huge. But here comes the battalions as a response, and look at Peppa just flying.
Getting the gun, getting the dispenser, looking for the medic. A timely pick onto Kana has turned the fortunes of Payload Inc. around. They finally have a glimmer of hope here to push into second here through Cliff. But all that matters right now is the death threat of Peppa Pig here in tunnel, but is very lit up, so won't be able to kill this medic. But wait,
Silent goes for the decloak.
Silent.
Great
What?
job from Siren there.
And they're
And
gonna
now
take this
that is
all the
exactly
way.
what they need.
Pick
Look how
onto the
aggressive they're
sniper.
being on Payload Inc. They're so forward and just getting so much pressure. And this is Duster Dan is going to find one. Monkey going down to 5 HP and living, just barely. But that is such a good job from Payload Inc. I think they just want to snowball it. Just keep up the pressure, keep the momentum. Don't let their foot off the gas.
Peppa Pig is behind, but alerted by the hit sounds of that mini sentry. So now the gig is up if you're Peppa Pig. And now it's only time telling if you will fall or not, but will kill death before going down. I think we'll be able to get the mini pack. Yeah, we'll be able to get the mini pack before dying to the flames. So the longer... Oh no, Peppa Pig goes down. Never mind.
I mean, it's finally something as Peppa Pig, can't be just disrupting that backline anymore. I think Payload Inc. are more easily able to focus on the task at hand. As Roll is going to go down, that's going to be a great start, giving them a lot more space to walk up.
And Roll has
Susie
actually
can
been
turn
using
one.
the SBSs a lot in this half versus Hugh, but they haven't been capitalizing on it, Payload Inc.
Absolutely, and I'm really liking the cart time from Payload Inc. as well. Both Scout and Ninja just staying on the cart, doing their job.
Soldier swinging from shithouse. That is Peppa Pig. The spy Snickety tried to get in, but went through the longest crossfire between the point and will go down to the gun. And all of a sudden, Payload Inc. have all fallen. The Uber is out. Oh no! What is that? Pop! Popped against what? I'm not quite sure. And Kana now has full Uber advantage. That pop may have just sealed their fate in this grand finals.
That could be so, but you never know with these teams. Silent gonna be going in, trying to get the stab, doesn't find anything. Here comes the soldier in, gets so much damage onto Luna. Luna gonna be living with about 4 HP there total. And now back up, if you want to take their time again, they are gonna be a disad, but they gotta keep going here. They have 2 minutes to break through this. Definitely still doable. Dusterjan gonna be jumping down, getting onto Monkey. T-Don getting a pick onto Sniggity as well, and just delaying that momentum even more. And now, if you're Payload Inc., you just you gotta pull out something.
2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes, actually. And oh, wait, no, Death fell off the map. No.
Poop
1
and me
minute and
peeking from
43
Roller
left. They don't have their flank. They don't have their sniper. Payload Inc. Maybe throwing in the towel here, but it's not over till the fat lady sings. I don't know if there's a fat lady to sing right now on the map right now, though. But Payload Inc., I think this might be it. I'm calling it early. I'm calling it early.
It's been a close one for sure. I think Payload Inc. still have a lot of potential. They're going to be taking the Uber on the Pyro, and they're still going forward. It's definitely still doable here. They're going to be getting... Look at the payload time. They're getting huge card time, but Peppa gets a 3K with that rocket.
Man.
4K now.
And the battalion's back up. The secondary Uber gonna put the exclamation mark on this pending Grand Finals win from Highlander Gaming with virtually no time left. And Highlander Gaming still being set up here on third. Loud and proud. There's 48 seconds left. Payload Inc. are just gonna go for desperation, but I don't know. James is pulling them really far back. And wait! I don't know if that feed is enough. They're gonna have to stay on the cart for 3 times, but Lemon Castle deflecting the cart back, pushing it back down the hill. I'm proud to announce Highlander Gaming as your RGL Season 18 Amateur Grand Finals winners and the champions of this division. As we are now in Trash Time, Gray.
Highlander Gaming, I mean, what is there to say? They just had such incredible performance, especially with 2 ringers, with one of them being their demo. That can be very tough, just having someone that you're not familiar with, if they're main calling. And they just absolutely pulled it out here. I'm really impressed with what I saw. I think for Payload Inc., you have to be happy with what you're able to do. Still able to get a lot of good pressure, keep the rounds close for the most part, but just weren't able to pull it, but they should still be incredibly proud of the season they had.
Going from newcomer first place to amateur second place, it's nothing to scoff at if you are Payload Inc. Got to keep your head up high. Against all odds, you were able to make it to the grand finals. You came up short, but this is something you can take heading into next season if they want to continue their journey together, as now they may head into their 3rd season with a first place in newcomer and a second place in amateur to add to their resume. So congratulations to Payload Inc. for making it this far. It just wasn't enough. And Highlander Gaming, the University of California Riverside team, they did what their sixes collegiate team could not, win amateur. And they're going to be very proud of themselves for this achievement. Finally, they bring home something to the UCR crew.
For sure. I mean, I think that's just, I can't get over how much they're proud of just looking over this match on both Koth and Payload. I mean, really from both sides, we just saw so many incredible plays. I've just been so impressed, and I think if you're, regardless of what side you're on, you just have to be happy with the result.
Yeah, for both teams, this is probably their greatest achievement to date. Maybe even for the players too. I don't think many of these players outside of Highlander have gone as far as they did in sixes. Some of them have played in intermediate. I know that, but to place like this, either second or first, great achievement to have. It doesn't matter if it's amateur. It was a well-fought grand finals, and the skill level from both teams were on par. Maybe aside from like the start of Lakeside, but like it got competitive as we headed into Upward, and it was a great match to cast. But I'm gonna name my MVPs right now: Peppa Pig, Roll, and James. My 3 MVPs of this match from Highlander Gaming: the Demo Man, Soldier, and Cyber, respectively.
I would have to agree with you. I mean, I think Peppa Pig pretty undisputed. I think we can however many people are watching the VOD or whatever, I think everyone can agree Peppa Pig was kind of the MVP on that for just how many impact plays they were getting. In terms of other players, I was really impressed with Siren on Pyro, getting a lot of really good damage, getting a lot of really good defensive plays. I think Siren just did a great job overall for the side of Payload Inc. And Roll, of course, was doing great on the sniper, just getting tons of picks. Oob was not far behind in the sniper gameplay either. I think those would be my MVPs for sure.
One thing I want to say is, Peppa Pig, if you are in the chat, there was a clip of your rollout bomb onto the medic, so if you want to go find that, I'm pretty sure somebody from your team or in the Highlander Discord and the Highlander Gaming Discord can link that to you. So, hey, you'll be in the next TNTF2 highlights video. Congratulations to you. That being said, I think that's going to be it for our coverage of RGL Season 18 Amateur Highlander. Glad to have casted this Grand Finals with you, Gray. One thing before we get to shoutouts between you and me is shout out to our fourth wall memberships, !subscribe. It's basically the same as Patreon. Pledge a monthly amount to us. It helped fund our trip to RGL land to go film some media, photos, and interviews with 5 of the 6 invite teams, minus G6. Really proud to have done that with the help of Bethnix and Dr. Underscore to some degree, as Dr. Underscore was able to help set us up with some coverage at the land. So thank you to those 2 who came with me on the trek to RGL land. Type !subscribe, like I said. Subscribe. And if you have Prime subs, please feel free free to use it on us. Really appreciate your support. And Ray, any shout outs before we head off?
Shout out Dr. Underscore for the great production as always. Shout out you, of course, for being alongside with me here for the cast. It was a really great time. Shout out all the players as well.
Thank you guys.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just sorry. I think shout out to Dr. Underscore. Shout out to siyo. Shout out to all of the players. Shout out to everyone that came along and was watching along and cheering for their teams. Really fun match to cast, and I'm hoping to cast again soon.
Yes, and for those both teams, the VOD will be uploaded to YouTube very soon. Stay tuned. It'll be scheduled maybe like tomorrow or the day after. But you will see your VOD very soon, and you can watch back on this grand finals. Have a good night. We're grading RGL. See you then.
Take care, y'all.